Okay, chapter 31, embarrassing attire when I was growing up. Clothing that I'm not terribly proud of. Had 3 or 4 items that I wanted to list additionally to what was in the book. Before I do that, however, let me give you a little quick update. Today is December the 8th, which is about 2 or 3 weeks after I just posted the last one, chapter 30. During that time, of course, it's Thanksgiving, and we had the opportunity to go down to Arizona for Thanksgiving. Had a great time. We spent, I think, 3 days, 3 nights with Pam and Gary in Tucson. By the way, I think that's the first time I ever stayed with her since she's lived in Tucson, and it was great. We visited her many times, but never stayed with her, and it was great. She prepared food. I'll bet I've gained 5 pounds. My Nutrisystem took a hit right there. But it was great, and enjoyed visiting with she and Gary, and Gary and I and Pam and Vicky went golfing on the Monday after we got there. We arrived on Saturday evening. We got to fly down, which was way quicker. Got there Saturday night, and we left Tuesday morning to go to Mesa to visit Tom and Connie. But Monday morning, Gary and Pam, Vic and I went golfing. The girls were in one cart gabbing and talking and giggling and so forth. And Gary and I were golfing. We had a great time. We tied. It was great. The broken ribs had subsided by then a little bit, so I was able to swing a little bit harder than I have done for this whole summer. At any rate, we had a great time. Went to the Tucson Temple on Tuesday morning before we left, and it's a beautiful, beautiful temple. We enjoyed it very much. Then we went to Tom and Connie's on Tuesday morning, stayed there Tuesday and Wednesday. I enjoyed visiting with Connie and Tom, and they're always great as well. And then Tom and Connie went to the Ray Cabin in northern Arizona, I think, for Thanksgiving on late Wednesday afternoon, and Vicki and I went over to Mac and Julie's Wednesday evening, or late Wednesday afternoon, and spent Thanksgiving with Mac and Julie and their kids. Enjoyed that very much. Gee willikers, it was so much fun. One little drawback, however, I was playing basketball with the kids and Mac and so forth, and my balance is bad anyway. And it was Mac and I against Josh and Axel, and I think they beat us. No, they really didn't. But at any rate, I did some things that I shouldn't have done, and I lost my balance going backwards and smashed into Mac's wall of his garage. I think maybe I cracked it or something. So I hit it pretty hard. I lost my balance and fell down and so forth. However, that was okay. But there was a spigot poking out of that wall right where I hit, and it got me in the back here. I don't know what happened, but it was pretty painful at the time, and it has not subsided since. It's still painful. I guess it'll get better eventually. I told Tyler about it, and he said he could feel a knot there. It's probably a deep muscle or tissue bruise, or said he maybe even cracked some ribs back there. Don't know for sure, but at any rate, it's been a little difficult getting around and walking and breathing and so forth, but it'll eventually get better. At any rate, we had a great time with Mac and Julie, and we flew home on Tuesday midday after Thanksgiving. So we had a great time these last 10 days. Now, I'm preparing for some concerts. The South Stake does a Christmas concert every year, and I volunteered to help them with their choir, and there's some preparation involved and practices and so forth. And they have their concert, the actual concerts are coming up Friday evening, and then Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. So I'm looking forward to that. But then also the MCO concert is on the 15th, which is the following Thursday. And we have several rehearsals just prior to that. one tonight, and then there's one on Saturday that I won't be able to go to because we have a concert at the South State. Then next Wednesday, and then of course on Thursday morning before the concert, they have us there. Pretty good time. So to prepare for those concerts should be fun. I'm looking forward to those. And so anyway, a little update to what's happened here. That's the reason I haven't posted for 2 or 3 weeks. So I wanted to get back to it here. All right, back to chapter 31, the embarrassing clothing. My favorite attire, and it's to the chagrin of almost all of my family, I'm sure, is shorts and a t-shirt or a shirt of some sort. If it's above 50 degrees, I'm for shorts and shirts and t-shirts and that sort of thing. Now my family has never, well, they've mentioned once in a while, a little bit, oh, Dad, you're wearing those same shorts or those same sweatpants or whatever. At any rate, and I know. When we went to Alice, the boys all said I wore the same shorts the whole 4 or 5 days we were there. And obviously they were not very clean when we got back, and bloodied and dirty and stuff. And they said, I think those shorts need to go in the fire, but I still wear them, so we're all good there. So I know they'd rather have me in something other than shorts and a shirt or t-shirt, but that's my favorite. I wore Levi's the other day. It's been really cold here in Twin Falls, so the shorts are out for the winter. So I wore Levi's the other day, and at least two that I can remember of the family mentioned to me on that day, hey, we haven't seen you in Levi's forever. And that's true. I don't like Levi's. They're too binding. They bind you in places that ought not to be bound. So I'm not a big fan of Levi's, but I do have some and wear them on occasion. But we went to the Gentry concert with Elise's choir down up in Rexburg here last Saturday, I guess it was. And I wore, slacks and a mock T-shirt, not a mock T-shirt, but a mock turtleneck's what I meant to say. And Vic and Cassie mentioned that they hadn't seen me in that attire either for a long, long time. That's true. That's true. But at any rate, I don't mind getting gussied up. I really don't. But my attire of choice would probably be shorts and a shirt or t-shirt, yeah. Let's see. You probably are aware of the Lonnie Dawn attire that Tyler wears when he does Lonnie Dawn in the videos and stuff. Well, that houndstooth black and white check jacket that he wears was my jacket for a long time. I remember buying it. I loved it. I think I grew out of it a little bit here in the last several. That's the reason I gave it to Tyler for the Lonnie Dawn deal. But so it's been around a long time. I'm sure it's still out there somewhere. Tyler probably has it somewhere. He may don it again when he reprieves the Lonnie Dawn again. So the old houndstooth jacket. One other thing. Basketball shorts. Yeah, I wanted to mention that. There are pictures out there and even videos of me playing basketball, both in high school and in college. And the shorts that we wore back there, John Stockton was revered to have the shortest shorts in the NBA for years and years and years. But the shorts we wore would make those look like pedal pushers almost. You don't even know what a pedal pusher is. I just dated myself with that one. A pedal pusher is, when I was growing up, the girls would wear slacks that would come down over their knees just barely, and then it'd be blousy, and so not blousy, but that's as far as they go. Their calves would be exposed and that sort of thing. At any rate, the shorts, they were pretty short. They were pretty short, but that's what we wore. That was fine. I didn't think anything about it. Both high school and college. Last thing before we stop this one is I said I don't mind getting dressed up, and particularly I think it is critical that you dress up in a white shirt and tie and nice slacks and so forth when you're doing priesthood ordinances, such as blessings and father's blessings and going to church. I've been in either the bishopric or the high council most of my adult life, so I've worn white shirts and ties my whole life. However, I did go to church a couple, 3 Sundays ago with a purple shirt on, and because I'm no longer in those positions, and so I put on a little purple shirt and a purple tie, and Vic thought she was with somebody else, I think, but I think it's important that when you're performing priesthood ordinances that you're in a white shirt, tie, and a jacket where possible. And if that's not possible, of course, if there's an emergency, then you can't. But when you're performing priesthood ordinances for the Lord and Father's blessings, things like that, yeah, I think it's important to get dressed up. All right, thanks very much. Have a great day.